Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy BZ King 1 here, and in today's episode I kinda wanted to go on a little rant about anime games. Now, this is a completely unscripted video. I have not planned out anything that I'm about to say, so I just wanted to sit down and just talk about the state of anime games with you guys at the moment. So, to be honest, I think anime games are sort of declining at the moment. As to why they're declining, that I'm not too sure. It could be something to do with the popularity of anime games. I haven't played many anime games within the past, I'd say, year. Mostly because of work reasons. You know, I'm pretty busy with work. I'm pretty busy with family stuff, work. Just a lot of stuff going on, so I haven't really had the time to sit down and really play that many anime games within the past year. That being said, you know, I have been keeping up with as much of the anime games as I could. I know Naruto Storm Connections just sort of dropped, like I believe it was back in November. And I have to tell you, I'm like a big Naruto Storm fan. I love the Naruto Storm games a lot. You know, I've played pretty much from Storm 1 all the way up until Storm 4, with the exception of Storm Revolution. That one I kind of just skipped out on, and I think the reason I skipped that one was because at the time I did not have like a console, so I couldn't play it. But other than that, I've played majority of the Naruto games, and I am thinking about picking up Connections, but the main reason I haven't picked up Connections just yet is because I've been hearing quite a lot of complaints about the game. I've heard people say that the game is very broken, and if you played any other one of the Naruto Storm games before, you know how broken those games can be. So I'm kind of scared to even pick up this new game right now, because I'm pretty sure if I go online, it's just gonna be toxic as hell. You know, I feel like they're just gonna be a bunch of spammers just online. You know, a lot of Pain spammers, a lot of Itachi spammers. You know, like the whole Sasuke spammers especially. So, for right now, I'm kind of staying away from the game. I'm waiting until there's like a decent price drop, and then once the price like drops, then I might consider picking up the game. In my country here, I'm from Belize. In my country, games are already double the price. So I believe most games are about 60 US. In Belize here, that's about double the price, so that's about 120 US instead. So I'm really waiting until there's like a price drop, because I know generally, you know, Microsoft and PlayStation, they tend to do a lot of discounts every so often just to kind of get people to purchase games. So but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts right now on the Naruto Storm Connections game. I'm not too sure if there are any really big other anime games that are coming out. Hold on, let me take a look here. Let me quickly take a look. Or at least ones that I don't recognize. I know there was a 7 Deadly Sins game that was supposed to be inspired by Genshin Impact. I'm not too sure as to what the situation for that game actually is. Well, as far as I'm aware, I don't believe the game has even come out yet. But at least from the trailer, I remember seeing the trailer for that one. It seems to be like a open world type of game, and I love open world games, so the game looks good. Like I said, it seems to be based off Genshin Impact, and I have played a little bit of Genshin Impact in the past before, so for this game, the thing is, I'm not too sure actually if this game is gonna come out on the Xbox consoles, because if I'm correct, I believe this game should come out on PlayStation instead. If it does come to Xbox, that would be pretty hype, but sadly I don't own a PS5. Consoles are just extremely hard to get regardless, so hopefully if it ever does come to the Microsoft store, I might consider picking up the game. But other than that, what other games are there? Anime games. I know Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash is gonna come out. I believe that one is actually coming out on February 2nd, I believe. And that game looks kind of good. However, the game does look like it has a bit of issues as well. I know some people, I've heard that some people say that the game is very floaty. It's kind of like the My Hero Academia game. I forgot the name of the game. I believe it's One Justice. I've heard people saying that the game is pretty similar to One Justice in terms of like the floatiness. Maybe some of the mechanics are a bit similar. If I'm correct, I believe the game is also published by King, and I'm not too certain if King also published that My Hero Academia game as well. If they did, then that would kind of explain the similarities. But the game does look good. I'm not too sure as to if the game is gonna cover both the first and the second season, or if it's just the first season. If it's just the first season, that's okay, but it would be nice if they did cover the second season as well, but I'm not really like, depending on it too much. But the game does look good. Other than the mechanics, the game seems to be fun. I am considering picking up the game. I'm not 100% too certain yet if I do want to pick it up. If I do decide, then of course I'll let you guys know. But for right now, I'm kind of thinking about it. But I'm not too sure as to what games, what other anime games are coming out right now. Honestly, I do not know. Like I stated, this is like a unscripted type of video, so I never did any research. I'm just kind of sitting down talking with you guys, trying to figure out some of these games that are gonna come out. It would be super dope if we did get like a big gigantic shonen kind of game, sort of similar to Jump Force and sort of similar to J-Star's Victory Versus. Those games were pretty fun, but they were just still lacking something. In the case of Jump Force, the game, it had a good concept, but I think where the game failed was that the art style was a bit too realistic. I know some people, they don't mind it. I personally don't really mind it, but it does make some of the characters look very awkward and very weird, compared to how we usually see them in the anime. So I know this might be a stretch, but having like a proper shonen game where characters are actually represented in their own art style would be pretty dope. Kind of like how Dragon Ball FighterZ is. Like, you see how that game is very well, like the characters actually look like they're directly pulled from the anime. That's the kind of future of an anime game I would like to see. As to why they don't really publish that, I'm not sure. Maybe they're currently working on it, who knows. But I just think it would be super dope if we got something like that. But yeah, I really wish we got like more anime games. I believe there's also a Hunter x Hunter game that is gonna come out. That one seems to be like a arena fighter kind of game. We haven't gotten like any legit trailers yet. We got like a short teaser, but I'm guessing it might play something similar to Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash, or maybe something even similar to J-Star's Victory, in that it's gonna be like, I guess, multiple characters fighting at the same time on screen, which is pretty dope. But I'd want something a bit more cooler. Something a bit more cooler than that. I'm pretty surprised with just the lack of anime games that haven't come out yet. Like, it's very surprising actually. There are some games though that I don't really know anything about. For example, like some of the Persona games, I know people love Persona. I've tried Persona 5 before, but I couldn't really get into the game for whatever reason. I think for me it's just more so maybe a lack of time, because I know Persona games, especially Persona 5, are like usually really long games. So for me to have to sit down and actually, you know, dedicate time to playing that whole game, that's a bit too much for me right now. However, I can find the time. It's not like I can find the time, but for right now it's not something that I do consider at the moment, you know. But yeah, this I really I wish there were some more good anime games just based off like anime IPs, you know, like some legitimately good anime games. If anything, maybe I might come back. I might do like a properly scripted video or something more like scripted, to where I can like kind of review like the best games in my opinion and kind of give thoughts on what I might want to see for like future anime games to come. But this was just a quick little rant, you know. To be honest, I wanted to get some content up on the channel, so it's just a quick little rant. So we'll see where it goes from here, and if anything, I'll just see you guys in the next video.